Welcome students to the session chi-square test. It is one of the non-parametric tests. Symbolically it is written as x squared. It's a statistical measure used in the context of sampling analysis for comparing a variance to a theoretical variance. As a non-parametric test, it can be used to determine the categorical data source dependency on the two classifications are independent or not. Can also be used to comparison between theoretical population and actual data when the categories are used. To say it can be applied to test the goodness of it, test the significance of association between two attributes, test the homogeneity or significance of the population variance. Conditions for application of the x-square test or chi-square test: observations recorded and used and collected on random basis. All items in the sample must be independent. No group should be contain very few items, at least it should not be less than 10. The overall number of items must also be reasonably large. It should be normally be at least 50. The constraint must be linear constraint, which involve linear equations in the cell frequencies of a contingency table. That is, equations containing no square or higher powers of the frequency are known as linear constraints. Characteristics of this test: this test is a non-parametric test, is based on frequencies, not on the parameter like mean and standard deviation. The test is used for testing hypothesis and is not useful for estimation. Only test good or bad. With the help of the test, we cannot predict, as like in a regression, simple linear regression, or in a multiple regression. The test is an important non-parametric test. As no rigid assumption necessary in regard to the type of population. No need of parameter values and relatively less mathematical details are involved. Let us see an example problem. Weight of 10 students is as follows. Serial number 1 to 10. Weight in kilogram 38 to 48. And the question is, can we say that the variance of the distribution of weight in the sample of all students from which the above sample of 10 students was drawn in equal to 20 kgs? Test this at a 5% significance level and 1% significant level. So here the weight is listed in column 2 and x1 minus x bar. The x bar is 47. X bar is 47. So 47 minus 38, 39. Like that it goes on. And sigma x is 470. Then x1 minus x bar squared 81. And x1 minus x bar whole squared is 280. X bar is equal to sigma x minus 47. And sigma is this 280 divided by n minus 1, that is 1 is 10 is number of sample minus 1, 31. Sigma is 31, standard is 31. Our variance is squared of sigma 31.1. Okay, degrees of freedom 10 minus 1, 9. At 5% significance level, chi-square value is 16.92 and at 1% significance level 21.67 for degrees of freedom 9. Squared, that is variance of the above same is 31.11. Okay, let the null hyper HO is sigma s squared, sigma s squared v2. Okay, work out x squared. X squared is equal to sigma s squared, sigma p squared into n minus 1. 31.11 divided by 20 into 9, 13.9. This is the calculated value. But table value 16.92 and 21.67 are greater than the calculated value of 13.9. We accept the null hypothesis to say the sample can be said to have been taken from the population of variation of 20 kg. With that, I'll conclude the chi-square test with that small problem. I hope in statistical classes you discussed about hypothesis testing, or at least z-test, t-test and f-test and all these things. Okay, coming to summing all the things, for the past 10 to 15 sessions. The session started with scaling, or started with variables, scaling, and scale construction, scaling, that is uh, stable scale, constant sum scale, the types. Then we entered into primary data and secondary data, how to collect the data collection techniques, and scale, that's questionnaire construction techniques. Then sampling procedure, probability sampling and non-probability sampling. Before that, we discussed about survey methods, interview method, and then we enter into the analysis part. Started with the importance of analysis, started with the correlation, regression, multiple regression, cluster analysis, factor analysis, and discriminant analysis, conjoint analysis, like that it goes on. Okay, after the analysis over, we come to the path testing. Yes, each and every analyst needs some test, then only we can say whether our assumption is right or wrong, or based on this assumption we proceeded. So there are some tests, okay, parametric test and non-parametric test. Okay, with that, the unit 4, 3 and unit 4 is coming to an end. I hope I provided some notes for you for further proceeding. I delivered related to that notes. Okay, I hope you understood. Beyond that, there are n number of videos or n number of online websites are there. You can further need any clarification. You are totally free in your home. You may refer the other online materials or online sources. And while you are referring, if you have any doubts, you can please call me and clarify your doubts. Okay. So with that, I'll conclude the third and fourth unit. In the next session, within I think one session, I'll give a brief idea about the report writing, followed by I'll add some reading material for the report writing. That is, you can understand through studying that, and you can understand the importance of report writing. I hope we will meet in the next session, in the report writing session. Thank you.